what our beliefs are. Everyone's got a belief, even if it's a non-belief in something.
That's right.
It's still a belief.
Yes.
And like the brother was just speaking on, if we spend more time, dealing with what we have in common, as
That's
far
right.
as having reparations for our people, because that's really the only true thing that's going to work. All of these other things with integration and just without economic power, you have no power. And that's whether you're religious or not religious. So I would just like to hear, as like you brothers are presenting this information on a basis of how we have things in common, because there's always the differences in what people think about different beliefs and religion and what have you. So
That's right.
I'm enjoying what I'm hearing, the way you brothers and the sisters that are presenting our plight as melanated peoples in this continent.
Yes, sir.
So again, I've been supporting the Dr. Claude Anderson and the Harvest Institute, and so just the thing that really displeases me, and I'm gonna say this one more time, is when you're bringing something to the table and somebody want to check your religion first. You know what I'm saying? I mean, like,
Right.
with it. You know what I'm saying? I'm here at the table to try to build with the ones who are building. So, if we leave that out, I think we'll do fine. You know what I'm saying? And
That's
peace
right.
and blessings to you all. Thank you.
Thank you. We got another caller. Caller, come on through. Caller.
Shalom, Brother Black Sun,
Black Power.
Brother Gillian, Brother Kamal, and Sister Queen Nadia, and the other two brothers sitting by Kamal and the sister.
Brother Mukasa.
Now, I want to go back further than 40 years. I want to go back to the Freedman Bureau. That when white folks decide to educate us, decide to set up the churches, that's where all of this mess started at. And the Freedman Bureau was set up that we would never be free. That's why they set it up. Now, even with reparations, as sick as we is, the damn money will be gone overnight.
I'm going to comment on that.
That's
We're not
how
talking about
sick
money.
we is.
Okay.
So, what I'm saying to you is, brother, is everything y'all saying is the truth. We need to be deprogrammed. We need to change our diet. I know plenty of people will not give up that pig.
Brother, can you hear me?
Keep up the good work, brother.
No, don't go. Brother, can you
Yes, I can hear you.
Can you touch on how Elijah Muhammad wanted to get some land? Elijah Muhammad?
Yeah.
Yeah, break it down to us, brother.
Yeah. As a matter of fact, that's where I got the information about the Freedman Bureau.
Okay.
From Elijah Muhammad.
That's right.
Yeah.
All right.
I agree.
Yes, sir.
But we need to be deprogrammed like how all of y'all said.
Well, that goes back to what the brother was talking about earlier, and the brother, the caller's point has a lot of merit to it. With the way that our mindsets are here in this country, if we were to get reparations, say tomorrow,
Okay.
what would the outcome be in 10 years? What would our communities look like in 10 years? And just like the brother said a minute ago, if there's not a transformation in the way that we think, moving us from a slave mind to a liberated mind before the reparations come, then we're going to have the exact same thing in our community in 10 years. But before reparations come, brothers like myself and us on the panel need to be on the ground explaining to brothers and sisters, this is how you go from having a slave mind to a liberated mind. It's a process. It's not an event. It's a process.
That's right.
We were put into this condition by a process. It's going to take a process to get us out of this condition.
That's right. Caller, just come on through, caller. If you can hear my voice, come on through. If you can see me.
Yeah, but
caller.
you know what? That is that's an argument for those that owe us. Mm-hmm. They say that we aren't. They say that we aren't intelligent enough to use whatever. Use land, use money, use technology. We aren't intelligent enough. So you have to be real careful with that argument.
Yes, sir.
You see
Yes,
what I'm
ma'am.
saying? You have to be real careful with it.
Mhm.
Because it's not, the debt is old.
Yes.
That's
Our
right.
demand
Bottom
is the
line.
debt. Whatever we choose to do with whatever, that's on us.
That's right.
I mean, you know, we have to be, on one hand, healing ourselves, deprogramming ourselves, you know. But on the other hand, you know, that justice fight is
It's a righteous fight.
It's a just fight.
It's just like saying, I know I owe you money, DJ, but you got a cold, so I don't know if I should pay you.
I just wanted to touch back on the racism. The reason why I brought up the Bastards of the Party and the Black Panther movement, and they were saying about J. Edgar Hoover and COINTELPRO, they didn't realize what they were up against. So at the same time, during the fight, if we do not realize what we are up against much now versus 40 or 50, 60 years ago, all of this is still done in vain and in shame. And the reason why I'm saying that is because you have certain things that are taking place now.
Right.
A lot of people use the term what's called New World Order.
That's right.
Done by the Illuminati. Now, I'm not sure if you're aware, but because all of this is done for sovereignty, land,
Yes.
resources, right, you're talking about. But you also have to be at the same time, at this very moment, in United Nations, the World Health Organization. You have the World Banks who basically dictate economies on the planet.
Right.
You have to realize what they're trying to do is implement now. They're trying to create the World Environmental Bank.
Absolutely.
You know what the World Environmental Bank is? Once they implement this World Environmental Bank, the World Environmental Bank is going to take control and control all the world's natural resources. And once that happens, there's not going to be any sovereignty, there's not going to be any nationality, and there's not going to be any boundary lines. They're going to be in control of all those things. So all I'm saying is that while we're on the ground, on the grind, fighting a good fight, we still need to be aware, conscious of how they coming at them so that we can better prepare and deal with them on that level at the same time. That's why you were saying it's a twofold fight. It's an all the way around fight for real.
That's right.
Mental, spirit, we gotta take all those things in consideration.
All right.
That's all I'm saying.
Callers, if y'all listening to me, just jump in, okay? Just jump in. Y'all got to be tough. You know, we got black nationalists on the panel, so don't be like, oh, well, just call. We ain't got a whole lot of time, so come on in. Okay, I'm sorry, I had to comment.
Shalom, brother.
What's on, brother?
This is Sundown again.
All right.
Now, I want to address what the sister said.
Yes.
Sister, I'm not letting them off the hook that they owe us when I say we are not ready to handle the money, whatever they're going to give us. I'm not letting them off the hook. What I'm talking about is not putting no money in a foolish man or woman hand. That's what I'm talking about. But I ain't letting them off the hook. They owe us, and by the help of the creator of this magnificent universe, they gonna pay us.
That's right.
That's the positive thought on that, brother. But one of the things that we have to also know is that the 20 years that we spent just to uplift our thinking that repair or reparations is possible in this next 20 years or in this decade, I pray, in this decade,
That's
just
right.
to end it all. I'm tired of fighting. To end it all is that we have to come back to the table to decide what will make us whole.
That's right.
We have to determine that.
Right.
That's
That's
not
right.
on them. We have to define. That's what freedom is, to define for yourself.
That's right.
To determine for yourself. And so we have to come back to the table to decide and define what will make us whole.
I agree.
So that
And Jerry, it's going to have to be a package. I say it's going to have to start with land, and we can add on instead of saying
we have to just come back.
Yeah.
That's
We-
why we're going to be engaged in public hearings.
Yes, right.
HR 40 is just a conversation about it because the Senate has apologized, the House has apologized, and used a little word called, because in their apology, the resolution said, and now therefore, you know, resolution is drafted the same way a bill is drafted, only a resolution becomes a proclamation and a bill becomes law. Now in this resolution, they say, you read the resolution from the House. It's so many pages of whereases, but the most important thing is that now therefore we, a contract. Now therefore we will A, B, C, and D. And they say they will rectify. We ain't